There's a special night in the lives of all of us. A night to be beautiful, to be desirable. A night we can break all the rules and make our own. Prom night. Everyone at Hamilton High is getting ready for prom night. It's a day of rehearsals, arrangements, final preparations, and last-minute phone calls.
Nick?
Wendy, do you still like to play games?
They're too old for games, but someone still wants to play.
Why?
Callie, it's been a long time. Tonight, it's my turn.
Tonight, someone has come to the prom alone. Someone who watches in the silent corridors.
Callie.
Someone who waits until no one can help. Prom night. If you're not back by midnight, you won't be coming home.
Prom Night, 1980. Here's the storyline. A mass killer stalks 4 teens, responsible for the accidental death of a child 6 years earlier at their high school senior prom. Directed by Paul Lynch. Written by William Gray and Robert Guza Jr. Released July 18th, 1980. Tagline, tonight, someone has to come to the prom alone. Someone who watches it in the silent corridors. Someone who waits until no one can help. Here's the cast. Leslie Nielsen as Mr. Hammond. Jamie Lee Curtis as Kim. Casey Stevens as Nick. Anne-Marie Martin as Wendy. Antoinette Bauer as Mrs. Hammond. Michael Toe as Alex. Robert A. Silverman as Sykes. Now here's one of these slasher films from 1980 that I think it's in the shadows of Friday the 13th from 1980. And what I mean by that is this one is an icon movie also, but a lot of people talk about Friday the 13th, the original in 1980, and so forth. Jamie Lee Curtis, as we all know, her claim to fame was in Halloween in 1978. But she is a 80s scream queen icon. She's done a lot of horror films in the early 80s. Now, Leslie Nielsen, this is an odd role for him as far as being in a slasher horror film in 1980. Interesting character in this film. You know, the remake, it did no justice. I think it's horrendously horrible. So I will not even attempt to review that one. But, come on, the original. I'm sure everybody in my age group or older has seen Prom Night. I can remember the commercials on TV. I was around 11 years old, and obviously I never saw this until like maybe 83 or 84 when I was old enough to be able to see it. Good film. You know, I watched it again. Still holds up. Love the characters. Love the storyline. I love everything about this. To me, this is one of my favorites from 1980. You know, so that said, the storyline here is it starts off 6 years prior, and a little child dies, and it comes to 6 years later, and deaths start to happen. There's a story behind a story here. I'm sure if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. It's a damn good film. A classic, iconic film from the 80s. This is Gruesome Herzog's horror movie review. I give this film a 7.5 out of 10. I really enjoyed this one. And if you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. Prom Night, 1980. This is Gruesome Herzog's horror movie review, and I'm out of here.
Hi, this is Cheetah Mac, and you are listening to the fabulous Gruesome Herzog. Nobody better.